This week on Full Bore, we get this 22R engine, stuff it in a Land Cruiser and make it do four-wheel drive skids. This is a Toyota Land Cruiser RJ70, also known as a Bundera. The Bundera utilised a 70 series chassis, coil sprung at both ends with Hilux diffs. It also ran a Toyota Corona 22R engine, as well as a Hilux 2LT diesel engine. This particular Bundera runs the mighty 22R 2.4 litre petrol motor with a single overhead cam. This one runs like a dime, but at some stage in the past, a previous owner has put a clutch kit in it the complete wrong way. So of course I pulled out the engine to flip over the clutch, and I thought whilst I was at it, I might as well chuck through a gasket set, and I even checked the clearances on the big end bearings, so everything's completely sweet. So the aim at the moment is of course to get the motor back into the car, get it running so we can get the car and smash some bog holes. It's time to get schmickalackin'. Hello! It's like the perfect height. That was sick. I'm a magician! Ah! Now. Look at that. Mighty RAV. Now that is why you buy a RAV4. How good is that?
Light is reason, light is glue. But shape is shapeless in your suit.
Have liftoff. Fully dang. Okie doke. So, the 22R is officially in the Bundy. I've got pretty much all the ancillaries hooked up except for of course the fuel, and I'm missing one heater line. Actually I'm missing the whole heater tap, which is weird, I don't know where it went. Got the extractors on here, the radiator's in, Dizzy's plugged up, everything's good to go except for just the fuel and that line. Plus I'll have to chuck another exhaust in it because the one that was in it is practically munted. So what are we waiting for? Let's get cracking on another all Aussie full bore.
Fully sick.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. Somebody's been doing some hectic key bangers or something like that, because that's intense. That's going in the trash. Yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo. Got exhaust. So the 22R is practically all in there. All the hoses are hooked up, all the electrical wires are hooked up. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to crank it over once I get the oil filter in it, just to build up some oil pressure before I actually go for the first startup. So as with all newly sort of rebuilt engines, you've got to be a little bit wary that you're actually getting oil pressure when you're cranking it over for the first time. So what I've got here, the original oil pressure sender, which I cannot find anymore. Oh, here we go, fully sick. So it's cracked off in there and I can't really find the plug that goes to it. So what I've just jammed in there is just a normal oil pressure switch, which I've got hooked up to this test light here. And when I get oil pressure, theoretically that light should go out. So, you know, we'll give it a test and see how we go, eh? Okay, you could actually just hear the engine slightly change note when it picked up a bit of pressure there. Hey! There she starts. What was that? You hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
Mad. Well, that's all the confirmation I need that this thing is going to be fully sick.
Try it on, baby.
With the mighty 22R finally situated underneath the bonnet of the Bundy and with everything hooked up, the only thing left to do is hit some tracks. So we're up here in Swan Gully 4wd drive park, and now that the Bundy is running like an absolute dime, we're going to go test its off-road capabilities to see whether or not it's a good off-road car. Let's get cracking. I reckon this should be sweet. G'day, how you going?
What's going on? I'm Steve Lanchester's assistant here.
We're gonna watch this thing roll?
Sort of turn around that rock and get that to go on. So when you go past it, turn up. Keep coming.
You have to look at the other side first because I feel bad here.
Not there. Well, back
What
there.
you got me to stop here for?
Well, you're back there, you're in a flat spot.
There's a flatter one up there. Nice drive!
Nah, ready? My rebar.
Hey, how good's that?
You missed it, it doesn't matter. Might have missed it, but don't matter. Keep coming right. Yeah, you're good. Now a little bit left. Okay. Keep going. If you want to check anything under your car, be a good time.
I already broke the gate, bro. Fucking nuts.
Did you have any GoPros on, Davo?
Leave the GoPro sitting there, eh? Is that what that big tank was?
Go to like that big,
Big one, yeah. You got a trunk stick or anything?
yeah, the thing in your hand.
Davo!
Yeah,
How you going?
been better.
You been... I looked at that line and I thought, that's terrible.
Yeah, I get a second winch on.
Can you double back? There you go. That'll work.
Stop there. Stop. It's safe.
Ish.
Did any panels survive?
You got some nice fog in your rear quarters, eh?
You remember that? Oh, your snorkel is stuffed. Oh, Taylor, can I? You what? You need to do a poop.
Oh, the mirror.
Oh, the mirror. I just put that mirror on. Oh. Man, I was thinking of putting a GoPro on the front of the Bundy.
See, I don't really want to take that off because it will just come back. You have to go backwards, reverse, and
Well, I
on
can
the
just
wings,
back up and let it out and spool it out.
and then hook up
It's-
that tree.
We're all good now.
I believe this scientific analysis has concluded that the mighty 22R engine stuffed inside of a short wheelbase Land Cruiser with coil spring is a pretty good little package. Although that short wheelbase chassis combined with a whole bunch of hectic steep terrain is probably not the best combination I could possibly come up with. Although we did have a whole bunch of fun. Anyway, we'll catch you next time on the next episode of Full Bore.